Hey, what's going on, everyone? Bass here. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about an interesting topic that I've seen floating around quite recently, and that is the fact that Allen Lazard has not yet signed his restricted free agent tender nearly 2 months after the Packers placed it on him. And your first question might be, why? Why hasn't Allen Lazard signed this restricted free agent tender yet? It doesn't make much sense. Now, let me start this off by saying I fully expect Allen Lazard to be a part of this team in 2022. To begin, he doesn't have much negotiating power off of this tender. The Packers maintain sole rights over Allen Lazard for 2022. The only way Allen Lazard could end up on another team in 2022 is if the Packers were to outright cut him, which won't happen, or if a team gives the Packers a second-round draft selection, which is what the Packers designated that tender for, and signs him to a new deal, which then the Packers have a chance to match that deal. And even if they didn't and they received a second-round draft choice for Allen Lazard, okay. And he also has even less negotiating power as the time goes on, because if he doesn't sign this tender by June 15th, that tender can be brought down from what was $4 million all the way down to $935,000. So pretty much I think the Packers are at this point like, hey, sign this tender and play for us under $4 million, or don't and play for us under $1 million. It doesn't make much sense for Allen Lazard right now to not be signing this. My only thought here is maybe they're working on a longer-term extension, maybe a 3-year deal, which I would love to see. I love Allen Lazard. I think he adds a lot to this Packers offense. One of the better run-blocking receivers in the NFL. Nice possession outside receiver. Can play big slot. Has a lot of versatility. I would love to see a 3-year extension for Allen Lazard, who's only 26 years old. But it is still a bit worrisome. And like I said, there isn't much reason for Allen Lazard to not sign the tender. And that's why it's a little worrying why he hasn't, especially it being 2 months after the Packers placed it on him. Now, there was a rumor article posted by Sports Illustrated recently, and it was written by Mike Florio here, so a massive grain of salt here. But it does say, a new rumor has linked the Denver Broncos to the future acquisition of Packers wide receiver Allen Lazard. Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio reported Tuesday that some believe Lazard, a restricted free agent who is yet to sign his tender, intends to play out the 2022 campaign in Green Bay and then an unrestricted sign with Broncos next offseason. Now, this could be complete hearsay and have absolutely no truth behind it. That's more likely than it being truthful because it is from Mike Florio. But this might have something to do with him not signing this tender. Could a potential trade be in the works with Denver? We really don't know. I see it as very unlikely, but technically a tendered restricted free agent can be traded, so that's officially, I guess you could say, not 100% off the table. But the Packers, obviously going into this year with a thinner wide receiver room, drafting 3 wide receivers. Allen Lazard is one of their main guys in that room. So for them to just turn around and trade him doesn't really make much sense unless he were to outright say he doesn't want to play on the team. In that case, I get it, but I don't think that's the case at all. But like I said, I fully believe Allen Lazard will be a Packer at least in 2022. But obviously, this is something worthy enough to speculate about. So I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think this is? Do you think maybe it's just them working on a long-term extension? Maybe they're working on the logistics of a tender, maybe adding void years to lower his salary cap hit in 2022 and just taking longer than usual. Let me know your thoughts on all this down below. But that'll about do it for this video. If you are new here, want more Packers news, analysis, and updates, make sure to go down and click that subscribe button. And if you guys could also leave a like on this video, I'd appreciate it a ton. But that about does it. I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, go Pack Go.